Hello and welcome to our 8th video. Today we're gonna write a short program to check whether a string is a palindrome in Java. Palindrome is a string backwards or is the same string backwards or forwards. So it will have a like AAA would be backwards also AAA. So that's a palindrome. To check a palindrome, you can reverse the input string and check if the result is equal to input. So it's a pretty forward and easy program. Let's start with creating a new class. Let's call it CP, check for palindrome. I'm lazy to write long words. And we're creating public static void. So that's the start of our code. What we need to do is to let's create a method which will do all the work for us and return yes or no. So it will be a boolean type. Let's call check palindrome string. We'll have input as a string input. Let's give me an error. Okay, let's finish this and then we'll see. Okay, so let's do, first of all, let's do boolean result. Let's say it's true. So let's have a variable. Let's have a variable result and let's make it true. And then we'll have also integer length which will have the length of the string, which will go through to check each character in the string to see if they're equal to the reverse string length. Okay, and then input. Okay, so this is doing, I don't like those red lines. This is doing, it's getting the length of the string input string and giving to this integer length. Okay. Now let's run a for loop. And I equals, of course, 0, I less than divided by 2, and I plus plus, of course. Okay, input if input that char at index I not equal to input dot char at minus I minus 1, then we change result to false. So initially our result is true. If everything goes well, then result will remain true. But if any of the symbols are not equal to reverse order, then the result changes to false, and then we can exit the loop. Break. Okay. Okay, let's see why it gives me those errors. So, first of all, let's see. Maybe I can open it. No, it still give me. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it makes perfect sense. This is a method, so it needs to be out of the main method out of scope of the main method. So let's delete this and we'll put here. Okay, so this is a method and this is a second method. We don't want to have this method inside of this method. They have to be separate methods. We're gonna call this method from this method from right here. Okay, now another error here. And it's a spelling error. Here we go. We solved all the errors. No. Now everything looks good, and let's run this program. And okay, so let's call CPS. Let's pass and then let's run program. It's giving me an error, of course. Exception remains unsolved. Okay, static. Okay, we're not changing, so it's a static. And then let's do seesaw. Let's put this inside of this print statement here. Now it should work beautifully and perfectly and nicely. Okay, so the string A is true because if we're gonna read from left to right, and if we're gonna read from left to right, it's exactly the same string. If we're gonna change it to string hello, it should say false, because from the left to the right and from the right to the left, both strings are different. Yes, Okay, thank you very much. See you for the next video.